against a suspension which has ruled him out of riding until after the Caulfield Cup. Meantime, confirmation today from the VRC that Irish stayer Vintage Crop will be defending his Melbourne Cup crown after winning his second Irish St Ledger overnight.
It's the champ's fifth start of the year and he was sent out the favourite at 7-4. In the yellow colours, jockey Michael Kinane went for home in the straight and was never headed easy to the line in a most impressive performance.
But it's Vintage Crop, the leader, as they come to the final furlong in the Irish St Ledger. Vintage Crop and Mick Kinane out in front, 3 lengths clear. Katanga Rayseekers running a big race on the stand side, but it's Vintage Crop out in front. He's going to win it for the second consecutive year, racing up to the line. The favourites home, Vintage Crop, the first leg of the double maybe. Vintage Crop, the easy winner, second Rayseekers.
Back-to-back Irish St Ledgers, and Vintage Crop went straight into quarantine with Cliveden Gale, My Patriarch and Quick Ransom for the Melbourne Cup.
I'm thrilled with him. Superb performance by a great racehorse. I thought we had to have him 110% this year because it was a tougher race.
And the Northern Hemisphere invasion of the Cup continued in Hong Kong overnight, with classy stayer River Verdon qualifying for the big one, with an easy win in the Deepwater Bay handicap over 2,300 metres.
As River Verdon becomes our first horse to qualify for a Melbourne Cup, and let's hope he does well. My hometown, Northern settled on third.
Can't get over that.
And easily outpointed My Patriarch, who finished 4th, Bob's returned 5th, and stablemate Cliveden Gale, who led but weakened to 30 lengths behind the winner.
Vintage Crop, the first leg of the double maybe. Vintage Crop, the easy winner.
It was regarded as a stronger field than last year, but Vintage Crop won it just as easily.
I thought we had to have him 110% this year because it was a tougher race.
Vintage Crop and stablemate Cliveden Gale have gone into quarantine and should arrive in Melbourne in early October, a week earlier than last year. In Hong Kong, it was an easy essay for local star River Verdon, who treated his 3 mediocre rivals with contempt. Start on the Cox Plate ahead of a cup run, where the 3,200 metres remains a major obstacle.
It's always a question mark how the race will be run. If it's a solid run race, there's always going to be a question mark. If the race is run like it normally does, I think he'll stay the trip, yeah.
River Verdon is the best horse ever to race in Hong Kong, perhaps too good.
Well, unfortunately, he's a very good horse racing against horses that he's got the measure of by such a extent. In a sense, it doesn't allow him to improve.
Locally, Damien Oliver will appeal against the severity of yesterday's 8-meeting suspension. Oliver was outed for checking Hariba at the home turn in the Vic Health Cup.
I've spoken to a lot of people with great racing experience overnight, and the general consensus is that we think it's a little bit excessive, so I'm pretty sure I'll appeal.
Last year's Melbourne Cup, it gave the race prestige overseas. But now, Australian officials must be getting a little bit concerned. The overseas stars just might do it again. Well, Vintage Crop has back-to-back Irish St Ledger wins now, overnight, and he is well on target. Here's the last few hundred metres.
But it's Vintage Crop, the leader, as they come to the final furlong in the Irish St Ledger. Vintage Crop and Mick Kinane out in front, 3 lengths clear. Katanga Rayseekers running a big race on the stand side, but it's Vintage Crop out in front. He's going to win it for the second consecutive year, racing up to the line. The favourites home, Vintage Crop, the first leg of the double maybe. Vintage Crop, the easy winner.
Looking pretty good.